Plaintiff Angela Bennett started dating the defendant after they met online, and he eventually moved in with her. Angela claims after they broke up and the defendant moved out, she discovered he'd been married the entire time, and she's suing him today for unpaid loans. Defendant Sean McCall says he had no idea he was still married while he was dating Angela because he'd filed for a no-contest divorce. Sean claims after he moved in with Angela, her behavior scared him because she stopped talking, and he insists all the money he got from Angela was a gift.
Start with you.
I met Sean on an online dating service.
When?
Last year, we started talking around July.
Okay.
Started talking, dating, and then eventually he moved in with me.
When did he move in?
Truly, I couldn't tell you an exact date. He was there all the time. Probably full-time March.
All right, go ahead.
And I met him online because I work full-time and I go to school, so it's hard for me to actually have a life.
Okay.
And there's a lot of weirdos out there. And I met Sean, and I thought, oh my God, somebody normal. I've since found out that he's still married.
When did you find that out?
Once he left, I received...
What month and year?
Actually, 8/12, exact date.
Okay. All right, but he lived with you, so he couldn't have been too married.
No.
All right, so he was estranged.
Yeah, yeah. But I received a text message from an unknown number. I, of course, said, you know, who is this? Because it's not a number I know. And she stated her name, and I knew her to be his ex-wife. I asked her.
So you thought he had been divorced. That was
Correct.
your only issue?
Correct.
Okay, go ahead.
So I asked her, what do you have to do with this? And she said, oh, I don't know, maybe because we're still married.
Sir?
Just want to state, I honestly did not know I was married at the time. It sounds crazy. I actually filed for a no-contest divorce. I mean, why would I just date her married and live with her married? That's a death wish to me. You know, you never know if you're going to wake up the next morning if they find out.
She has a history of cutting men?
She looked like it sometimes.
Okay.
Yep.
Let
like
me see your papers so that we can dispose of this issue. And you filed, did you get it signed, sir, the order?
She's got the signed copy.
March of '09 and separated January of 13. So I can see how you would think you were divorced. You certainly requested in January 13. So that's a reasonable answer. Anything else?
Met her on a dating website. Pictures looked great. Said she worked out, line danced, did all this great stuff. We met to have dinner. I had to look twice when she got out of the car to make sure it was her. No disrespect. But she was still attractive. We had a great dinner, talked for 2 hours after that, and then, you know, dated. And then she wanted me to move in, begging me to move in. So once I moved in, it was like a whole new world. I'm not kidding you. There was no talking. There was no nothing. It was like mute. Scary sometimes. Walk into a room, I felt like maybe she was gonna kill me. I don't know. It's what it felt like. She'd walk into a room, stare at me, and then walk back out. And so I started sleeping on the couch, as closest to the exit. You never know. It just went downhill from there. So.
Why'd you all break up? And when?
Because the night she wanted me to sign some papers, a promissory note stating I'd pay her back, I said, well, this sounds like a business
Okay, let's
contract.
get to that, the
Okay.
loans that you're suing him for, ma'am. Let's talk about that.
Okay, the unpaid loans total is $4,787. The first loan I helped him with cash to help purchase a vehicle. He had part of the money, approximately $3,114.
Okay, and how much was that?
$1,600.
Okay, and when was he to repay it?
We did not agree on a specific time.
Was he working?
Yes, he is working.
He was then?
Yes.
All right. What's the next loan?
The next loan, it's actually 4 separate service
That's what I need to know
repairs. First one was $324.14, and that was for $405. The next one is $329.14. That's $420.
These were all for repairs, you say?
Correct, to his car. The next one is 3/30/14 for $575.
Why do you keep taking it back to the same repair shop?
He didn't. He didn't.
Because all 3 of these repairs occurred in the same month.
Correct.
Why didn't he say repair everything? I'm just curious.
Correct. The first one was for his muffler that he took to a muffler shop.
Second was for what?
For tires plus. He
Third one was for
requested
what?
tires plus. These were engine mechanical type issues that he had.
Okay, go ahead.
And then the last one was on 5/9, and that was $1,787.
Okay, and these were all in 14.
Correct.
And as of May even, you didn't have a agreement date.
Correct.
Why?
Every time he would tell me, I owe you, I will repay what I owe you. I have.
He never said when I will repay.
No.
So then why are you suing him?
Because I know I will never see the money.
How do you know that?
I've gotten one check for $42, but this is for $4,787.
I understand, but you didn't give him a timeline.
Correct, but he does not pay a car payment.
That has nothing to do with what you all agreed to. You agreed that there was no deadline.
And when I requested that he sign a paper stating that he owes me the money and that he will repay it, he refused to sign, said, I know I owe it. I'll pay you.
I just want to state, I honestly did not know I was married at the time. It sounds crazy. I actually filed for a no contest divorce. I mean, why would I date her married and live with her married? That's a death wish to me. You know, you never know if you're gonna wake up the next morning if they find out.
She has a history of cutting men.
She looked like it sometimes.
Defendant Sean McCall is being sued by his ex-girlfriend, who claims after they broke up, she discovered Sean had been married the entire time they were together.
Okay, let me hear from him.
I honestly, it was a gift. She knew I couldn't afford to move in. How could she think I could afford to pay back loans? I mean, she knew that. I told her straight, I said, I cannot afford to move in and pay any bills. She knew that. She knew it.
And I
wasn't
never asked
financially
for bill
ready.
money for
Why
the
had your
house.
financial situation gotten so bad?
Divorce.
Okay, understandable, and she knew that.
Right.
All right, and she says that she presented a document to you to sign, and what did you tell her?
I told her I'm not signing it because it sounds like a business agreement. I thought we were a couple. This is we're together. So why am I signing a contract if we're together? At this time, we're together. So I'm like,
When
well,
was that?
That was 8/11, that night.
Okay, why do you think she's suing then?
She's scorned. She's mad. Maybe because I'm still married.
You think?
I didn't know.
Think what?
That's probably one of the reasons why I'm mad, is because I would have never dated him had I known he was
So you
married.
are mad, and that
Yeah.
is part of the lawsuit.
Yeah.
Good enough. All right. You have proof that it was a loan.
I have all the receipts. I have proof that he has stated in text messages that he would drop money off to me, that he owed me the money. I have text messages from his wife stating the same thing.
All right, let me see them, please, Doyle.
I've got.
I just need to pass it back. Right now.
Go ahead, sir.
That was for the PlayStation 3, what she's talking about.
Okay.
And then I have a letter.
Hold on.
Oh, go
This is
ahead.
the first time I've heard anything about a PlayStation 3.
Well, she's not suing me for
And
that.
that's
Hold
not in
on.
this.
So I need to know what you're referring to, though.
That's what the payments were. I was dropping off money
What?
for.
What happened with a PlayStation?
Oh, we bought it for my son, and I said I would pay that back.
Gotcha. And that was how much?
315.
$315. Do you recall that agreement?
Yes, I do, but
Did you
I
pay
did.
it back?
No, he has
All right,
not.
good enough. And you say that's what you were referring to. Let me see. I will drop it off to you this weekend. I will put it in the mailbox. And ma'am, I'm looking at your evidence where you do say, do you want me to come up to your work tomorrow to get the PlayStation 3 money? You don't mention the loans. Sean, I need you to know if you want me to come by your work tomorrow to get the PlayStation money.
Correct.
Why haven't you mentioned the loans? I know you didn't highlight this. I guess you
No.
thought I would read all of it? All
No,
right.
Your Honor,
I
I
will
was not
drop, ma'am,
reading.
that's enough. Let me finish reading because so far you've asked for money 3 times and not once did you refer to a loan. You've only referred to a PlayStation. I want it tonight, cash, because I have water pump to replace. Then he says, I didn't beg you to pay that stuff. I specifically remember saying I didn't want to borrow money. This is what he's saying to you. You chose to pay it knowing I don't have a ton of extra money. You kicked me out, remember? That's what you chose to do. Sean, when do you plan on bringing me the $300 for the PlayStation? This is August 25th. The only thing you mentioned is $300, and this is the 5th request for money, and you've never requested money for the loans.
Correct. Because
Yes. Could you show me in this where you ask for money for the loans?
I did not ask for money.
All right. You did not ask for money for the loans, so why did you give me those 5 pages to read as evidence of the loans? You didn't think I'd read all of it?
No, because
So why did you give me those pages to prove that he agreed to pay you for loans when indeed there's not one mention of a loan, there's only mention of a PlayStation. In fact, he tells you and reminds you that they were gifts. You don't contradict that. He reminds you that I told you I didn't have any money. I read that, ma'am, and I read all your requests for money, and not once did you ask for money for a loan. All you were requesting is money for the PlayStation. Your claim is dismissed. I know you're bitter, as you say. You're mad, as you say. And he says that's the reason you're suing him. I think so. Have a good day.
How do you think I could give you almost $6,000 as a gift? Are you kidding me?
You knew I couldn't afford to even move in. Why would you do it?
And did I ask you for money for
Did I
bills?
beg you for money?
Did
I ask for a loan?
Yes, you did.
I asked you for money.
Yes, you did.
When?
All the time.
I
Sean.
asked you, can I borrow this money? I asked you that. Never once. Never once.
I don't want to hear it.
I don't care.
You're full of
All right.